live is an ever-changing world. One arena where we see constant change is the arena of politics. Now, regardless of where you fall on the political spectrum, we can all agree that the face of politics that we normally see in our everyday lives is a male one. However, in recent years, we have seen a more female face as the leader in our in politics in general. And so come with me as we explore together how women political leaders is shaped. Our view is shaped by the news media. When I say news media, I am referring to Western culture, and I'm referring to TV news and newspaper news alike. Historically, when we think of women in politics, we think of past first ladies, your Michelle Obamas, your Hillary Clintons, and Barbara Bushes. We see these women in more of a supportive role, supporting their husbands, really in the shadow of their husbands, rarely at the forefront, mostly to stand by, support their husband's decisions, and to frankly look pretty. However, in recent years that has changed. We're seeing women take more leadership roles. We see here such as Sarah Palin's 2008 run for the presidential candidacy. Or over here we see the Australian Prime Minister and Hillary Rodham Clinton, who was our own Secretary of State. So the face of politics is a changing one. However, the culture of politics remains mostly male. Research scholars Prentice and Carranza did a study where they found that most people view politics as a very masculine role. Politics are largely seen as being assertive, confident, a competitive nature, and very self-promoting. This goes against traditional female stereotypes as being non-assertive, supporting, soft, and nurturing. So women entering into the political arena must fight the incongruence of female stereotypes. As mentioned in our Floyd textbooks, one of the barriers to communication is stereotypes and prejudice. Women are often viewed as being less competent and not tough enough to make decisions, which is really what politics is all about, making tough political decisions that no one else wants to make. Our media oftentimes focuses on superficial traits instead of political stances, such as fashion and personality traits. Women have to fight these prejudices and stereotypes more often than men. The media portrayal and public perceptions were studied by political researchers Dunaway. And in her study, she studied over 9,000 news articles, and she found that female candidates include more of a discussion on personality traits. Other points of media interest when interviewing female presidential candidates or female political leaders were more superficial, such as their appearance, their inherent personality traits, or things like handbags, what pantsuits they wear, and really had much less of a focus on their political stances and what they found were to be important. Language also greatly affects how we view our political leaders, and the news media oftentimes uses language to portray a certain stereotype of female political leaders. We often see newscasters refer to female political leaders as being too ambitious. Nancy Pelosi, for example, again, regardless of what you may personally think of her, has been portrayed in the news media as having a heart of gold but a spine of steel. News media has even gone so far as to refer to ambitious political women as backstabbing. Now, their male counterparts may also be equally ambitious, but the news media elevates that sort of ambition with the use of language, and words like backstabbing are rarely used against their male counterparts. So why does this all matter? Really, what we want to remember is we want to be aware of the stereotypes and the language that the news media uses to make us perceive someone or a particular group like female political leaders in a certain light. We see that Western culture does have a largely masculine perception of the world of politics, but this is changing as more women are entering politics than ever before. And we just want to be aware and to notice that the news media scrutinizes women a little more differently than their male counterparts. And the more we know, the better we can vote, and the better we can understand what our own stances are in the